Guess who's back? I'm back, guys, with talking a little West Virginia football, a little Big 12 football. Big 12 is up for grabs. Fans still aren't happy, even though there was a W and we're 1-0 in conference play. We're going to talk about it. Stick around. It's Tuesday night, guys, and guess what? Thursday on the Voice of College Football with Joey on our show, Shane guessed the score. I didn't win any money, but I'll take it. It was an ugly score, but the Mountaineers pulled it out. Guys, 2 games in Morgantown that were rain delayed. What the heck? 2 out of 3 games we played in Morgantown. That's tough for the Mountaineers. That's tough for any team to kind of, it's harder for the away games, I think, for people to kind of stop playing for 2 hours and then pick it back up. No. But good job. Good job, Neil Brown and company. Even Jordan Leslie did a little better with his defense. So tonight, I'm going to start off by talking about how competitive the Big 12 is. We're going to talk about that. We're going to beat that dead horse because it is so interesting. You know, Miami plays on Thursday night, which is going to be fun. You know, I'm going to watch that game because Miami's good. But I'm going to pull up the schedule and we're going to roll through. There were some crazy things happening. We talked last show about that, but you know, the fact that Kansas lost and Oklahoma State lost, and they're going to be playing this week. Let's get after it. So we have what a slate of football. You know, going through the slate of football, West Virginia's off. They're taking me this week. They're going to take a breather. But, you know, I can't get enough of Big 12 football. Oklahoma State, Kansas State, noon kickoff. Both these teams got their first loss and are going to be playing. And Oklahoma State travels to Manhattan, Kansas. I don't know. It's 50-50. I have no idea who's going to win. But West Virginia has to play Oklahoma State after that. And then 2 weeks later, play Kansas State. Man, what do you guys think? Kelly, what do you think? Okay, I was asking, last show I was asking the fans what Preston Fox. He was out the bye week, should be back to normal snaps during Oklahoma State. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. So Oklahoma State, Fox will be back. Fox will be back for Oklahoma State. That's good to know. But I would have to, if I had to choose which team I would want to lose. I would have to say this game I would want Kansas State to win. Here's my logic. If Kansas State beats Oklahoma State, West Virginia, I would give Oklahoma State 2 losses in conference. I think West Virginia loses to Oklahoma State in Stillwater. Yes, I do. I think West Virginia can beat Kansas State. They play them at home. That's my logic. That's it right there. So that would give West Virginia the head-to-head win against Kansas State, and them Kansas State only having one loss in conference. Oklahoma State having 2 losses in conference, but winning the head-to-head against West Virginia if they were tied, but West Virginia to be ahead of them by 2 games. That's my logic. Does that make sense? It's crazy. Anyways, so I would pick Kansas to win that one. BYU and Baylor. Guys, if you were to look at this 2 weeks ago, it would be intriguing. Okay. But I would have thought BYU would blow them out. Baylor played or put up a lot of points against Colorado. Is Colorado's defense that bad? I think. But this is going to be a competitive game. It's going to be at 12 o'clock on Fox Sports. And then you have, it's going to be on Fox Sports. Here's the spread. Man, it's crazy. By 3? Wow, that's close. That's really close for BYU. Just beating the tar out of Kansas State. They beat the tar out of them. I don't know. I would take BYU in the points, against Baylor. But guys, this is such a crazy conference. You never know. It's like piranhas. It's like a Sorry, guys. Internet burped. Moving down here. This isn't a conference game, but I'm going to watch it. Louisville and Notre Dame. Guys, Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. If you've been on the moon, you don't know. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be on NBC. Of course, Oklahoma and Auburn, Arkansas and Texas. Everybody's going to watch Michigan State and Ohio State. Michigan State's quarterback looked pretty good, although he had 4 interceptions. Very athletic, very lively quarterback. Iowa State, guys, and Houston. Take Iowa State all day. What's the spread on this? What's the line? Yeah, take Iowa State in the points. They're going to cover. Guys, Iowa State is good. Georgia, Alabama, that's must watch. Illinois and Penn State, both undefeated. Washington State, Boise State. Okay, here we go. Arizona and Utah. This will be Utah's real test for Utah because they're familiar opponents. It's going to be at 10:15. Maybe have a bowl of ice cream. Maybe have like half of a sarsaparilla left. By sarsaparilla, I mean adult beverage. I don't know. That's going to be a good one. So right now, guys, in the lead of the conference is BYU and Utah, in my opinion. And then there's everyone else. Now, West Virginia is among a few of the teams that will have, no losses, 1-0. But I'm just saying from the eyeball test, Utah is legit. Now, they have a favorable conference. I think this is one of 2 games that are questionable on their schedule. If they win this, they'll probably win out. That's a very once over the world holistic view, but that's going to happen. It's not, but I'm hoping, Kelly, that the Mountaineers run the table. So what's next for the Mountaineers? We'll talk about that real quick. So if you ever seen Dumb and Dumber, he goes to this pretty girl. So there's a chance. Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance the Mountaineers make it to the Big 12 championship game. It'll take It'll take some finesse, some nuances with who beats who. But I think they can get in with 1 or 2 losses. Because, guys, Utah or BYU are going to be undefeated in the conference. So right now, BYU and Utah are the front runners. Then it's everybody else. Kansas State and Oklahoma State are now in the back seat looking to kind of make up some space, trying to get back into the front seat. But, guys, BYU and Utah aren't going to give up their spots. Not that fast. So, with that, let's move on to what happens. What happens? The ceiling for West Virginia is 11. Is what? Maybe 9 wins? Is that the ceiling? 10 wins, 9 wins? That's the wow, that's fantastic. Neil Brown keeps his job then. I'm thinking you have 5 losses, you pack your bags. Think 5 losses? That's something. So, 5 losses. Neil Brown moves on. What's next? Well, there were reports that Jimbo Fisher was asked about this, but he didn't give any answer or inkling on what he would want to do. I'm Googling right now if there's any new news. Okay, I'm pulling this up. Ready? I'm going to read you what came out a few hours ago. If you haven't read it, I'm going to share it with you. And here it is. Jimbo Fisher envisions coaching return, but timing and situation are key in the current college football climate. So what that means, guys, is so there's a chance. I know Brad Smith's big on Jimbo Fisher. I like Jimbo Fisher. I think I'd rather have Liberty's coach, but I don't know. Jimbo, within 10 years ago, he won the Natty with Florida State. And don't give me that song and dance, it's Bobby Bowden's kids. No, he won it years after Bobby Bowden left, okay? That dog doesn't hunt. That's baloney. Okay? Jimbo Fisher is a winner. Texas A&M is they're boosters, they're alumni. I don't know what's going on, but you get that like brain parasite from cats pooping in sandboxes. They're crazier than cat shit out there from whatever. I don't know what's going on, but Texas A&M, they have all that money, and you know what? His winning percentage is off the chart. Yeah. So, he's an avid hunter. He likes to shoot, likes to elk hunt, use the 300 Win Mag. And, he's enjoying his life right now. Okay. He has $75 million that Texas A&M had to pay him. Do you think West Virginia could get him on a discount on the handshake and buddy price because he's from the old WV? Huh? Do you think because of that? Because I don't know. But he was terminated in 2023 and 76 million. I'm sorry. So he won a championship 2014, like I said, and the Aggies went 9-1 and finished 4 in the polls in 2020. I don't understand how that's not kosher. How does that not keep you? Now, I'm not getting the minutia why he was fired. I don't exactly know, but there's always 2 sides of the story. And then there's the what really happened, right? So he says, to say I'm out is not true. You know what I'm saying. It's got to be the right situation, the right time, good thing. I never coached for money in the first place. Yep. See that? He said he never coached for money. Bullshit. But now that he has money, he can say stuff like that. Right? So it just happened to be a tap on the shoulder and got opportunities, but the same thing. I think I can give the game and still coach. Yeah. Okay. So Fisher also says Fisher knows what many will think when he mentions money. Well, you got $7 million. Yeah. That's exactly what I said. It's easy for you to say. He was an assistant at Stanford and Auburn, and where he said he never made more than $57,000 a year as an assistant. At LSU under Saban, he got a bump to $120,000. So he says, to quote, I would have still been coaching today. I never dreamed I'd be able to make this much money, Fisher said. From great advice from Bobby Bowden, I fell into it because I had success. People tap me on the shoulder and ask me for an opportunity. I would have never coached for money. I would have coached for 30, 40, 50, 60. High school coaches, junior high coaches. Whatever level you coach doesn't make you a better coach because you're getting paid more. It's the love of the game and the interaction with people and kids and families. I never dreamed I'd be able to do that. I'm a coal mining kid from West Virginia. Most of Fisher's conversations with CBS Sports were during the Little Rock Touchdown Club. They talked about the evolution of college athletics, NIL, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, that's pretty good. So people don't realize that Alabama and Georgia, quote Fisher, all of them ain't got that money. They're not like Ohio State, Texas. There's a difference within their own conference, in my opinion. Okay. Maybe you make 16 million, 18 million. I don't know. Alabama still and Georgia have a lot of money. Texas, Ohio State, I don't know. I don't know if they could call them haves and have-nots. Maybe you make it 16 million or 18 million or other mid-level schools, but I just hate taking the Big 12 out of this. The Big 12 out of this. The ACC, I mean, it's crazy to me. You think national championship between Miami, FSU, and Clemson, it's still a shame to me. Again, guys, Fisher knows what you're thinking. Isn't this the same guy that had the best recruiting class ever in the history of 247 Sports with that oil money? So my question to you is, would he be able to recreate his recruiting success with maybe a tad less money? I mean, he could probably still get a few of those kids, but not quite the full list, right? Maybe a top 20 or top 15 class with what Country Roads Trust has. You think you could do that? Yep. I don't know, guys. That's interesting. Wanted to share that with you. So there's a chance. Is what fans are. So what we're saying, and there's a chance. The fans are still poo-pooing they have every damn right to West Virginia's defense. They were a little bit stiffer, but they're more like a dry sponge out there. Not a porous sponge, but a dry sponge, at least in the second half. Great stripping of the ball to end the game. That was great to see. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe. If you don't like me, share me so you can irritate someone else and maybe they might like and subscribe. But I just want to say, let's go Mountaineers. And I will see you Thursday on the Voice of College Football and Thursday night on West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia. Catch you guys.